Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.
What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday.
You know how it is. You know what it is. You know how it is. It's Saturday.
It
It's
is.
December, what is it? December
It ain't
14th?
December nothing.
I mean,
I'm like you a whole month ahead of
that's
time.
because I got an event going on December 13th. So
Listen. All
super
right.
excited about it. So, but yeah. It's what is it? November 13th?
Today the
14th.
14th. Yeah, all day and
Yeah.
spice on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? So let's politic real quick. I know I got said something about somebody talking about politics last night, and I was on 20, but you know what? They finally announced everybody that's elected for office.
Mhm.
Did you see that post?
I did not.
So let's congratulate the new mayor. Did we talk about that last week? I know
We
we did.
did. We did. But Mike McGinnis, shout out to Mike McGinnis, the new mayor of Pontiac.
Ooh, hi.
Uh-huh.
We having a little Oops Saturday. It's Oops Saturday today.
Mhm. Yeah.
What-
And we talked about the library board last week, but I'm excited for the new people coming in. I know that we were waiting on the votes to come in for out of the two candidates, the two write-in candidates. And Regina just want to make her own melody this morning.
But they're in. They're in. So
They are in, and I think Michael Goodman was the winner.
no, he
I
is
think
the winner. He
he is
officially
one.
is the winner.
Okay.
Yep.
So
District 3.
for District 3. And
Yep.
shout out to
Yep.
Diana. She was doing District 3 for a while. Shout out to you. But we're looking forward to working with the new administration. So congratulations, Mike Hale. Congratulations to all those that are on the library board. I remember Angela Allen. I know Dorian Burkett is on there. I remember Rosie Richardson. Um, it's a few.
Auntie Rosie in the house.
Yeah, it's a few
Yeah.
names on there that I remember. I'm trying to get them all, but congratulations to all of the Pontiac elected persons, and I'm looking forward to working with you all and seeing what you all will do for the city.
So I have to have it pulled up. So congratulations to Adrian Austin, which is already he's the
Yeah.
councilman elect at large.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Chris Jackson, councilman elect District 1 South Side.
Upside.
Congratulations to I think it's a second term, Miss James, the Caitlin James, Councilwoman District 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Mikhail Goodman. This is second term. Malana Jones, District 2. Is this her second time in office? Somebody know?
I'm not sure. Is it?
Okay.
Is this our second term? One and a half.
One and a
Okay.
half.
One and a
Okay.
half. So we had to shout out to our producer who knew the answer this morning. Shout out to
One and a
Asante
half.
Lucas this morning. Effigy Media.
And then shout out to William Carrington, Councilman District 5. He won that hands down.
Okay.
And then new council member Regina Campbell, elect District 3. So, and all, let me just give a shout out to all the poor losers out there in the city of Pontiac that actually, you lost and you're being a sore loser. But listen, what we need to do is look, she giving me that look.
The look,
But
y'all.
look, shout out to the sore losers in Pontiac that lost. You guys need to pull your pants up, pull your bootstraps up. Let's work together to get some things done in Pontiac. And if you lost and you're a sure loser, you were sore loser, you know who I'm talking about, and you know I'm talking to you.
Well, I'm just gonna say this too. Shout out to all the people that has been doing the work. Whether you won or not, I appreciate you all just with your boots to the ground. And I did pull up the library board. So it is Angela Allen. Congratulations, Carol Turpin, Yvette Marion, Rosie Richardson, Carlton Jones, and Dorian Burkett. So shout out to all of the winners. Congratulations. And I'm looking forward to seeing Pontiac move forward.
Yeah. Super excited about that. I had to get that little off my chest there. I know you didn't really care for that, what I just did, but yeah, sometimes you guys gotta say, this is what I'm learning. I'm learning you gotta speak your mind. You gotta speak your mind. And I've been speaking my mind a little bit, probably too much lately. But that's the second part of the Queen that's coming out.
Oh, I learned that you gotta be careful what you say. That
True, true,
because
true,
everybody recording, everybody has used things.
true.
Hey, so you got to be careful what you say. So
Well, some of the things I have been saying, though, is nothing I wouldn't say to that person's face, though. That's the thing, you know.
yeah,
Just like I said about an hour ago about Dr. T. when I was at home. She's not even returning my texts.
Listen, Regina think that somebody got to stop what they doing to answer her.
I do think that. Yep.
Did you get your
Mhm.
answer this morning?
You know, I'm not even gonna cuss this
Hey.
morning.
So you know what? While Regina was awaiting getting herself here to the pod this morning,
Late.
me and Asante was kind of talking about just the things we're thankful for. And so Regina, that's where the word of the day came from. Thankful. And we were just talking about how we take a lot of things for granted. There's a lot of things that we have, opportunities to every day, and we kind of take them for granted. Like it don't even cross my mind that we have running clean water, but in some countries they don't have clean running water. It don't even cross my like going to the restroom and having tissue and paper towel. Having watched another hurtful story in the city of Pontiac with some children from a mother, leaving them, that that touched me.
So you know what? I think I know that I was thinking about this morning when actually when I went to the bathroom
Hmm.
and I realized, you know what? I need to be thankful I can get up off the bathroom, the toilet by
By
myself. You know
yourself,
what I mean? I
yeah.
could sit down, get up, flush the
Yeah.
toilet, walk,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and just be able to do that
Yeah.
by myself and
Yeah.
climb back in the bed.
Having
Wait a minute, wash
activities
my
of your
hands and climb
limbs.
back in the bed.
Yeah.
Because some
Yeah.
people can't do that.
That's
You
true.
know,
Some people depend on somebody to really move them from one space to the other.
So this is called being thankful for your health, thanking for the love that you receive from your friends, your family. We don't you don't know that when's the last time you're gonna be able but the last time you say bye to somebody. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Or
literally.
I got some friends, some close friends, they don't even say bye. They say,
Hmm.
all right, talk to you. You know what I mean? They say
Yeah.
things, but they don't say bye.
Yeah.
Because bye to them is like bye forever.
Hmm.
And I really was thinking about that this morning. Like, we need to be thankful.
Yeah. I'm so thankful. Good morning, Dominique. Good morning to you. I'm just thinking about like just the regular things, like being able to just look around. Like I'm looking around and I can see I got my sight. Like you said, activities of my limbs. I
Mhm,
have breath in my body.
mhm,
This is a day that I can do something productive to help somebody else. I can open the refrigerator and got choice.
mhm.
I got open the closet and got choices. Those are things that some people wish they had. And sometimes we take those things for granted. And you talked about friendships. Sometimes we take those things like people gonna be here forever
Mhm.
and we are gonna leave.
But then, we honestly take for granted for people our relationships, our friendships, the
Mhm.
love that we receive from people. So if anything, what are you thankful for today? You
Yeah.
know, what I mean, this is not it's Thanksgiving time coming up, right?
Yeah.
But are you thankful for your job? Are you thankful for your life? Are you
Mhm.
thankful that you can actually walk
Yeah.
to the bathroom or walk downstairs and nobody has to actually help you or assist you?
Amen. Dominique talking about you this morning. He said she made sure she said wash her hands. Right. She came back with that one. She was like, hold on, before folks
Hold
get
on,
to
hold on, hold
saying
on. Hold
anything.
on, hold on.
She was like, I washed my hands first.
I did say that, didn't I?
And she was serious
You
with
know
it.
what?
But thank you that you can wash your hands.
Yeah, thankful. You know why I say that? Because I'm gonna take it a little personal now. So we got some people at my job that, we sometimes, we people talk too much, right? We all talk sometimes. We got these couple people that go to the bathroom and they don't wash their hands. And how do we know? It's because the ladies in the bathroom with other ladies and they come out, they use the bathroom and they hit the door. you
Mm.
know? And so they have a sign on the wall now in the bathroom, wash your damn hands. No, I'm just kidding. It says wash your hands, please. You know?
If you're listening, please make sure you wash your hands.
Make sure you wash your hands and be glad that you can use the water to wash your hands
Amen.
and
And
keep the
soap
germs
too.
away.
And soap too. Yes. So so for those who are listening this morning, what are you thankful for? This is the month of Thanksgiving and the world celebrates it on the 27th, but I wake up every day and say thank you.
Amen.
So every day is
Thank
a
you,
day of
Lord.
Thanksgiving for me. So I'm thankful that I'm here today and able to say thank you. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that was a Wusama moment.
So if you're new joining our podcast this morning, we just want to make sure that you give us a follow on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, be in the driver's seat, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're looking to grow. And then do us a favor too this morning. Why don't you just share? You know, sharing is caring. So just hit the bottom. If you belong to a group or you know of a group, just share. Give us a share today. You know,
Amen. That's good.
let's let more people know that we are out here, and because we just talked about this morning. We're making some trend. We're growing. We're actually growing our podcast. We have some great. We have had a great year.
We
We
have.
we have.
Yeah. So Dominique said, I'm thankful for my DJ business. Has been going for 7 years. Congratulations to you, sir.
And you've been going strong. He's been going. He's been going strong. He got out there. He put the work in. When you
Hmm.
put the work in, things happen.
Yeah, that's right. And nobody really knows all of the behind the scenes that it takes to run a business. So congratulations to you, sir. I'm a business owner, know what that looks like. So blessings to you, and I pray 100-fold over your business today.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited about today. Today is the therapist corner. We have Andre Charlie that is coming
Woohoo!
on today. And so,
Woohoo!
men, if you have some men that's in your circle, I need you to share this with them. I need you to call them and tell them to jump on, be in the driver's seat, because we have a great discussion today with Andre Charlie talking talking to men. And this is a season where depression is increased, anxiety, and a lot of things is happening in the world. So,
Mhm.
men, we want you to tune in. Call your brother, call your dad, call your sons.
Call somebody.
Call your
Call somebody.
homeboys and tell them, hey, tune in to be in the driver's seat. Andre Charlie is on, and you can call in and ask him questions today. The
So
call,
no,
go ahead.
I was gone. I didn't mean to enter it, but
No,
next
go
time
ahead.
he need to get in the studio.
Well,
He need to get in the pod with us. In
well,
the
you know,
pod. I'm
he
tired of
in
seeing
Puerto
him on
Rico,
screen.
so he can, if he
But
can go all the way to Puerto Rico, he can come up here
but yeah,
to the
I need
pod.
him in the pod next
Yeah, so we're
time
gonna have him in the pod.
because
So,
I know we gonna have him on our brother on again. He got to be in the pod.
all right, so he hears you. So listen, we'll be right back with Andre Charlie. And I'm telling you, this guy is the CEO of Manifest and Affecting Change. You want to tune in and listen to him. Be right back.
Hey y'all, it's Cassie here. Ladies, when is the last time you hit pause and took some time to refresh yourself?
What's up, everybody? It's Dr. T, and that's exactly what we're doing at the Refresh Her workshop happening January 10th, 2026 in Lake Orion, Michigan.
Get ready for conversations, laughter, and healing with sessions on self-care, mindset renewal, and rediscovering your why.
Plus, you'll enjoy guided reflections, sister circle conversations, and a little pampering too, because you deserve to start the new year off refreshed and restored.
So grab your sisters, your cousins, your best friends, every lady that you know. It's time for us to reconnect, refocus, and reset.
Join us for a day that will remind you just how powerful you are. Because every woman deserves to feel refreshed.
January 10th, Lake Orion, Michigan.
Limited seating, so register down below.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up Man, along with Joe Longhammer and Regina, the queen of car loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
If I'm looking for a new car and I have $500, Regina, what can you do for me?
I'll take your $500 and turn it into 1,000.
But there's a catch, right?
That's right. I can only handle 25 of these deals each month.
Hurry before those 25 deals are gone.
Call or text 248-266-9875. I'll get you approved.
Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
Ready?
Regina
Okay.
and be oh my god. Listen, so
Ah!
everybody, listen, if you haven't called your brothers, make sure you call your brothers.
Did you call your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle? Then call everybody. Forget
Yeah,
your brothers. Call
call
everybody.
everybody and share.
Everybody.
If you on here now, share, share, share. So everybody, if you new to Andre, you're gonna learn some things about him today. So good morning, Andre Charlie.
Good morning. How are you doing? Hello, Dr. T and the lady and the queen of Carlos.
Hey, you see how they singing it out? The queen. Okay,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
Can
you.
nobody pay
Yeah.
Regina?
Yeah.
Hey.
Come on, that's the queen all day and twice on Sunday, okay? So, Andre, I'm so glad
Yeah.
that you on. Good morning, Auntie Jennifer. So you
Morning.
all get an opportunity to call in and talk to Andre today. He's going to be talking about men. We're going to be talking about the purpose of a man, the weight of a man. We're going to be talking about some stuff today. So if you have males in your life, if your cousins, your niece, your nephews, and your husbands, and all of the men, call and tell them, listen, tune in to be in the driver's seat. Call in and talk to Andre Charlie. He is a licensed therapist. He is a professional and he can answer your questions. So here we go.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
get it.
go.
Oh,
So, Andre, so tell the listeners, for all of those who are new to you, kind of talk about some of the things you do. I see you have your manifest shirt on.
I
Let's kind of
do.
talk about some of the things you do. Oh, look, you see him how he did this?
He flexed a little bit.
He
He flexed a
flex.
little bit.
Come on, manifest. Hey,
Yes.
talk about
Yeah.
it.
So talk about manifest. Man, manifest is a vision that I had that God had given me years ago. And the whole purpose was to have a space for men to come together to be able to drop the anchors, drop the armors, to sit down and talk in a place that you can have real dialogue without judgment. And from there, it snowballed into a actual full day and a half conference. So I'm really, really blessed to have that.
Yeah, I love manifest. So you said that it's something God gave it to you and you wanted to provide a space for men.
Yes.
So, just hearing that, it warms my heart and gets me excited because there's not a lot of spaces that men have. You see a lot of things women have. You
Mm.
hear a lot of things that women haven't, but you don't really see a lot of things that men have. And so, I know we're getting ready to talk about the purpose of a man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get right into it. So I
Mm-hmm.
know Regina is ready. She got her question. So
She got her question. She got her
let's go,
question again.
Mm.
So, it's really important to understand, we were created in a way to lead and to be the one that kind of guides and be the one that have the weight of how direction should go from the beginning. So
Mm,
that's something that men do carry through, but they may not always know exactly how to maneuver and navigate that. But that is where our focus has always been because that's what we're created. So we handle stuff.
Mm.
So our purpose is to guide, to be a leader. We even have to have a vision and a creative mind as well. We got to be able to be a seer. So our purpose is to kind of hold the family together. But before we get there, we got to have our stuff in order and aligned. And we align with God, and then He gives us the ability to relate,
Mm.
you know, horizontally. So that's how it really works.
Okay, well,
Now,
let's
go
get
ahead.
right into
Go
the
ahead.
questions
Go ahead.
because I'm ready to go. We got you for what? A long.
All day. No,
So I need to get. We have a long list of questions, and I'm ready to get it going.
let's
let's
go.
get it.
So we want you can call in this morning and have a conversation with us. The number to call in is 248-905-1128. 248-905-1128. So my first question to you, Andre, is do you believe a man's purpose is something that he actually discovers or is something that he creates? There's
So,
two different things. You discover it or you
right.
discover it or you
So,
create it.
yeah, you discover because your purpose is already embedded within you, and through growth, through connecting with the creator, you kind of get an idea of how your purpose is to be manifest, what road, what way you're to go. And through that progress, you actually learn, and it's in stages, but your goal and your purpose is already there.
Mm.
Hmm.
That's good.
So your purpose is already there?
Yep,
It
you
lies
grow into, you
within you.
understand it, and as you understand what your purpose is, it helps you to align with your steps and kind of make sure that you are moving in a progressive way.
But how
So,
does a man understand what his purpose is, though?
so you actually have to know. You got to settle yourself. You got to be able to one be mentored or be able to be coached or be able to be told. So how they used to say it to us, be teachable.
Mhm.
Allow someone to teach you so that you can understand what it means to actually listen and what it means to actually follow steps in order so that as you grow, you learn how to become a listening ear to God even for your purpose. How you learn is how you listen, and that's how you proceed.
Wow, that's so good. And you talked about purpose lying within you, but I want to ask you, what role does society play in shaping what men think that their purpose should be?
Mm, good question.
Yeah, that's a heavy one,
Mm,
especially now with social media influences and how we have the hip hop culture and we have the all the ones that had, you know, chains and Adidas and this and the Rise and the Benzes and Lexus and all of these back in the day, Beamers, and we looked at them and they kind of shaped our thoughts, but that didn't necessarily align with what our purpose was and what we should be doing.
mm.
And it's the same thing with social media now. And it's even worse because they can create their own thoughts and make people believe it's true and
Mm,
spread it. And so many people feel like they're coming short because they don't match or live up to these standards that's pretty fake throughout social media. But they do it. So it stunts our growth and actually moves us to a place of depression because we feel inadequate constantly.
mm,
So
mm.
basically, so basically, people are following the social media of how they should act and what they should do. Is that basically what you're saying? I mean, that's
Yep.
what I got because we were just talking about AI videos, right?
Yeah,
And my
yeah.
Mhm.
AI videos look better than my commercials. That's what Dr. T said. But she's exactly right. But I know that's what people want to see. And once I
Mhm.
understood that the last couple of weeks, I'm like, okay, I got to keep it going. I got to keep it going, right?
Yeah.
But what people are looking at and learning from social media, and that's not always the fact and the real how it
Mhm,
really is.
mhm,
So how do you navigate to take social media versus what's real?
mm,
Yeah, in order to do that, you have to first understand self.
mhm,
You have to understand human behavior. You have to understand how we interact. And then, we have goals and aspirations, and we could use and take things from social media, but using it as an absolute is the problem. So you have to actually stay grounded and rooted in reality because that's not reality. Virtual reality, alternative reality is not reality. Those are areas that work within the realm that they were purposed for. So now what were you purposed for? And
that's
that's how you
good.
actually have to stay grounded and get to the creator. And then you'll understand what you can use from social media and technology. It's the same thing we were growing up as things evolved. We evolved, but we had a better sense of grounding because we were not stuck to the computer, to the phone, to the iPad.
Yeah.
Everyone is stuck. I went to see my nieces and nephews last night, and they are stuck in the same house between wanting to fight each other and looking at the iPad. That's all they had, or whatever technology they had in their hand. So my nephew took about 5 minutes. He had to finish what he was doing before he came to greet me. you know.
I love how Regina talked about AI and you're talking about social media and how to determine what's real and what's fake. Because, like you said, people convince themselves that things are real. Like,
Mm.
people make things their reality that's really not. And so I appreciate you guys talking about that. But I want to know how much of a man's purpose is tied to work, achievement, and financial stability.
Yeah. The whole goal for us is to feel like we are stable financially, for one. And that's a huge, huge barrier for guys because they work so much to prove that they can not have to work in 10 to 15 years. So they're staying up 20 hours a day, even trying to make it and get that bag. You'll hear it all the time. And that's actually to the detriment of a man, to the detriment of their health. You're never going to actually be as successful as you can. Even if you see growth, you're not going to be as successful as you can when you are sleeping at 4 hour, 2 hour rates, 2, 3 days up and then crashing. Your body is not recouping, you're not regenerating. So therefore, you aren't moving to that place, but that's our goal. We all have the desire to be self-sufficient and to be able to take care of our family and our kids and everything along those lines. But you have to actually do it in the order that you should so that you can make progress. They don't always get that.
So basically, you're saying that a person should be getting their 6 to 8 hours of sleep regardless, right? And not.
Yeah, it's probably more to 7 to 9 is what it's actually. 7.5 will be a
But where
good.
is that at 7 to 9? I never heard that.
7.5.
That's 7.5. Where is that at, Dr.
Yeah.
Z?
Well,
Where's
they've always
7.5?
said 8 hours, right? So that was
Right.
the across the board. But now, well, statistics actually say the older you get, the less sleep you need, right? But 7.5 to 9 hours is a healthy balance of sleep. But people who are over a certain age, they tend to be able to function better with 6.5 hours or above.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
So I'm gonna make sure that I start
You
trying.
sleep your machine.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta get some more.
figure out how I can
The
get.
queen got to sleep. Queen, get some sleep.
listen, I need to go to bed too.
Right.
Look.
How many hours sleep did you get last night?
Oh my goodness.
You should have.
4?
You should have called me. I'd have came over and helped you.
Whatever.
So you know what? So my question is this: so how do men, how are they able to recognize internal signals like the dreams, the calling, the intuition? Because some men, we're talking about men today. We're not talking about women, okay? Because this is Men's Day. This is Men's Saturday. How do they recognize that their
Manifest.
calling, their intuition, and
Yeah,
for what they want to do?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Finding out, kind of looking at. I heard Bishop Jake say years ago. Look at what bothers you
Mm-hmm.
about the world. Look what kind of gets you upset or
Mm-hmm.
anything that
It's
goes
what
on.
gets you upset. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
things,
did.
yeah, because if that could be where your calling is to make a difference, to make a change, to have an impact, where you find pleasure, where you find happiness, where you find peace, where you get reward, and see how you navigate. It's interesting because I used to buy a lot of cars. I was always getting cars. Every year I would get another car. And I found myself, kind of doing it a little too much. And I'm like, God, how can I work this out? And it was, about 2 or 3 years later, it was put upon me to investigate how if I could even do, the car dealer thing. And that's was a healthier way because the door started opening for me to be able to have my purpose, help other people
Mm-hmm.
get into a reliable car and actually not feel like I was spending all my money in wheels, and you know how it is when you have wholesale versus your private sale and prices, and I'm just spending money. So that was one. And then talking to people come to me just for advice and talk and thank you, a listening ear. And that was as a kid. So
Mm.
I honestly never knew how or learned that worked on the other side. I never learned how to express myself because I was always listening to other people and
Wow.
helping other people. So that took some work. It still takes some work.
So
So go ahead, Doc.
no,
That
Go
was
ahead.
that was me. So
Okay.
So I like the fact that you said that when we're dealing with people cars, and you are a licensed therapist, because putting a person in a car, right, and then
Mhm.
also being licensed, you have a twofold because
Mhm.
you want to be counseled, and then you license. That's like that's a calling. And
Yeah.
I said that's a twofold
Yeah.
because people are telling you the issues that they have going on, whether
Definitely.
it's good or bad, and most of the time, sometimes it's bad.
Yes.
It's not a bad can turn into a good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know that you're getting that sound advice from someone that you can trust,
Yes.
that's twofold.
Yeah.
I'm patting you on the back this morning on
Thank you.
that one.
That is good.
Yeah.
And I know we talking about the purpose of the man, right? And you've been
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
about, how to define it, but how can they redefine their purpose if life takes an unexpected turn? When
Yeah.
stuff happens and, stuff hit the fan, like how do
Like
men
boom.
bounce back?
It does, and you have to be aware that life is taking that turn. You have to understand and have enough wherewithal to say, I'm in emotional distress.
Mhm.
I'm not where I need to be mentally. I am off, and you take some time and you figure out, one, is it something that I can do on my own to change this path
Mhm.
and to redirect what's going on or what has happened? There are times when you can't. You actually have to go to God and try to figure out spiritually, is this what? Am I spiritually bankrupt? And do I need to reconnect with you, Lord, and kind of deal with that? Are you dealing with substances? Are you dealing with gambling issues, addictions? Is it women overtaking you? You have to
Mhm.
really be honest and deal with that so that you can bring yourself back in from out here with all of the issues, regroup by bringing it down, restructuring so that you can rebuild. You are not able to restructure in the air. You may have to at times, but you can't build that plane and still be in the air. So come back down.
Mm.
Let's get some work done. Strip all of it. Just come and be
Mm.
vulnerable and start to move in that area. And mentally, you'll start to reset, but you have to know what your issues are and what's plaguing you in order to get there. You may have to tap into God, a therapist, and talk to your pastor, your preacher, your friends, somebody with wisdom, so
Mhm.
that you can get to that point. You may need all of it. It's not just one or two. You may need every part of those entities because we need to be spiritually, emotionally, and mentally set.
Yes.
So we'll be right back.
Physically set as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we'll be right back. We're going to be right back. We're talking about going to segment 2, the weight of a man. So we'll be right back.
Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
Hey y'all, it's Cassie here. Ladies, when is the last time you hit pause and took some time to refresh yourself?
What's up, everybody? It's Dr. T, and that's exactly what we're doing at the Refresh Her workshop happening January 10th, 2026 in Lake Orion, Michigan.
Get ready for conversations, laughter, and healing with sessions on self-care, mindset renewal, and rediscovering your why.
Plus, you'll enjoy guided reflections, sister circle conversations, and a little pampering too, because you deserve to start the new year off refreshed and restored.
So grab your sisters, your cousins, your best friends, every lady that you know. It's time for us to reconnect, refocus, and reset.
Join us for a day that will remind you just how powerful you are. Because every woman deserves to feel refreshed.
January 10th, Lake Orion, Michigan.
Limited seating, so register down below.
So we're back, and before we actually went on break, we were going to discuss the weight of a man with you, Andre. So I'm super excited to talk about this part of the segment, is because I know that men carry silent burdens, and they really talk about the things that actually affect them inside. And you got to be able to bring it out.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
Because we have so many areas: the provider, the protector, the problem solver, the strong one. And how do you get to that point? We have so many roles where we feel like we have to come to meet every standard at 100%. And then you're kind of locked into these roles and all the responsibility, and now you're in prison. So that kind of takes a mental break or break you down mentally, because you're no longer a person, you're fulfilling roles. and the person is what we have to actually feel. And that's where men tend to kind of retreat within themselves and not necessarily connect because they're too locked into roles and not being a person.
Mm. And I understand you saying they're locked into roles instead of being a person, but why do men struggle to express stress and fear and emotional heaviness? Why?
So
You're supposed to be a man.
Yeah.
where have we learned that that was okay? When
Oh,
when we were
good.
kids, we couldn't cry.
Wait a minute. Did you say when did they learn that it was okay?
Yeah, when did we
I
learn that it was okay?
love this. I love that. Okay, let's talk
So
about
here's the thing. We were disciplined, but we were not taught that we can express. We were not taught how to express. Everybody teaches through school academics, they discipline behavior, but when it comes to a boy, it's even more extreme. So we don't get a chance to actually express anything if it's not in sports, if it's not in the boxing ring, if it's not on the track and field, the track, if it's not out in the street, if it's not through sex, drugs, and drinking. Those are the ways men express themselves. They
Mm,
come out the gate and they have the ability to be a little more open when they're inebriated. But that's with their homies and they talking and it's like, oh yeah, you know what? But nobody even, connects that this man is hurting because they
mm,
high, they drunk, and they just talking. You know,
mm.
we have so many areas when it comes down to adverse childhood experiences that we talked about before. And the more you have, the worse off you are when it comes down to physical health, mental health, and trying to excel in life. So if you haven't dealt with that, you still have a lot more going on that's compounded
Mhm.
and we just don't have that ability, so we can't do anything. We have to try to figure out how to live life on our own. Dad most times weren't around when you look at our overall percentages, and mom was doing the best she could to work and take care of us. Now we have to be the man in the house at 6. So
Mm.
now we got to run things because you mama's little man, or unfortunately, you mama's husband. So you got to do these things. So you're taking out the trash, you're taking care of her emotionally, you're making sure she's good. She's falling apart when you're 27 and you can't take her to the store because she is not disconnected and put you in the proper perspective. So it's so much weight on the man that we can't navigate. And you have traumatic experiences that come in, and let's not talk about, look, abuse shuts you down. You
Mhm.
don't know how to thrive. 1 in 6 boys statistically are sexually abused.
Mhm.
And if that's 1 in 3 that are reported, then we know it's about 1 in 3 actually. So
Wow.
that's another part of men and their issues. And we aren't going to tell unless, I got the babysitter and it was a girl, then, might share that, but
Mm.
we definitely aren't sharing with if a male violated us.
Wow.
So how do men differentiate between the pressure of that builds strength and the pressure that damages them? And before you answer that question, let me just say this. I wanted to say this because when we talk about people look at, let me just say the law. Look, I was on Facebook yesterday and I saw a guy that molested a boy. Grown man molested a boy, right? And the lady actually recently who had the house and the kids when the house was full of kids, right? And she got no bond, but the guy that molested the kid, he got bond.
Mm.
Hmm.
You see that?
I did.
So the distinguish between getting molested and not taking care of your kids,
Which is still a form of abuse.
right? I'm just not understanding that, and I know that's a whole different another
Yeah,
animal right now, but I just wanted to. I don't that was eating to me when you said that, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The system, we don't understand. Our criminal justice system needs a whole overhaul. But when you come down to, you asked about whether it's like a good thing, pretty much, or not. What is it? What is it feeding? What is it providing for you? What are you getting out of this pressure? Is it helping you in a way that you are being progressive? And when I say progressive, are you actually mentally stable? Are you financially growing? Is your bank account seeing an increase? Are your resources growing? Is your family growing with you? Are you guiding? Are your conversations maladaptive where you have arguments and have discussions that aren't finding a resolution by the end? Are you fighting with family members? You packing up your car to leave the house every 4 days. You have the challenges are there, but when you have a healthier mindset, you are able to progressively navigate through that and find a way to help one another, like you and your partner, you and your kids, because we got to be vulnerable even with our children and talk to them and let them know this is what's going on in a way that they are able to receive it for their age. Like when you handle this pressure, or I may have to say no, and this is why, because I know I told you I was going to take you to the game. This came up at work, and I'm going to, make it up to you in this way, and helping them to understand instead of just not showing up.
Yeah.
And then if you do have to cancel on them, let it be a reason that's actually a real reason. You can't cancel because somebody showed up at your house unannounced and you'd rather spend time with them. What message is that sending you to your child if you're supposed to take them somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah. Now you got an absentee parent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You can be in the house and they still
yeah.
feel like you're not connected with them.
Emotionally, emotionally, oh God, it's escaping me this one. Disconnected. Yes.
Yeah, disconnected. We got to learn that. We got to learn that emotional language. We got to learn how do we build healthier habits. We got to learn how to set boundaries because if somebody comes over to your house unannounced and it's like, hey, I appreciate you stopping by. If that's something that you have an open door policy, cool. If you feel like you need to let them know, hey, I like though if you give me a call before you come. Could have some things going on, and I just kind of work better that way. Let them know, and then say, and at this time, me and my son about to take off, so I'll give you a call, talk to you, next week. Let's set some time up.
But to me,
Yeah.
that's rude. To me,
Yeah, it
that's
is.
rude. To
It
me,
is.
that's rude. I
It
mean,
is.
Really?
it's rude. You gonna
It is.
pop over my house. I have never, I can't even count on one hand
Right.
just popped over somebody's house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whole life.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's just rude.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in the area, I'm gonna call you and be like, hey, can I come by? You know what I mean? Can I stop
Yeah.
by? But I'm just not gonna pop up at your door. If I show up at your doorstep unannounced, it's a problem. Something is wrong in my life. So I'm just talking to everybody. Don't just pop over people's house.
Look, I think you should call before you come over. There are times when you may have to. If you get to that door, you weren't able to let them know, whatever your phone was there. At least, I know I popped up. I apologize for that. Is this an okay time? I understand if it isn't. Something to let me know that you have some sense of wherewithal that you popped up at my house.
Yeah.
And because I may see you, but I'm not opening the door. I don't even answer my phone.
Wait a minute.
I don't even answer
But
the
I'm not
phone. So
opening the door.
I just like,
I'm not,
that's just my thing. When I have so many
I'm
things
not
going
opening
on
the
or
door.
working on projects,
Ooh.
I may not be in the mindset to talk. So
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm focused.
Especially
I got things going on.
when you work in the field that we work in, where you do a lot of talking and you see a lot of people. Sometimes you need that space. And I know we were talking about pressure. And
Hmm.
so I did want to ask a question. Like, how does all of this like play on a man's mental health? For
Yeah.
instance, if he does not have the emotional support that he needs,
Mm.
if he does not have the financial means that he needs, like how does all of that just play on a man's mental health? Because again, you started this off and said men need to lead.
Mm.
Men are in leadership roles. They
Mm.
were created that way.
Mm.
Mhm.
How does this impact the man?
So, because sometimes men didn't get the tools or didn't learn the skill set that it takes to carry the weight that they have, they didn't understand the role, and then they were put in a position sometime that was out of sync. So it's kind of like their equilibrium is off. It's much like a baby. If they walk before they crawl and never go back to crawling in a certain amount of time, they'll go the rest of their life with their equilibrium off because you missed a vital stage. So therefore, the balance is not right. And so we kind of go to that point of overall stress. Everything stresses. Everything is out of order. Everything is
Mm.
a argument. Everything is an issue. Everything is overwhelming. Everything is somebody else's problem, and I am there, and I don't know how to deal with it. So we have to learn that we have to balance our responsibilities. And if we didn't understand it, it still comes down to breaking it down because we're suffering in silence.
Mm-hmm.
We need that strength in order to be able to move. So that's why therapy is important. That's why we have to understand, because if you don't, we have the suicide rate increasing because people are dealing with stuff internally and silently. Like it's increased by 38%. And then boys like 10 to 24, it's like doubling. We are moving to like 47% of suicide rates. And that's like twice the rate of white boys in the same age, because we have all of the irrational thoughts of what it means to be successful, what it means to please people. People pleasers have an area that has to do a lot of work because
Yeah.
you never acknowledge yourself when you're pleasing everyone else because you feel like it's not okay to say no, or because you can and your stuff goes lacking because you didn't prioritize you and your needs. So it leads you down to this area that's an emotional distress. I'm never achieving my goals. I'm never meeting the expectations. I'm never getting to the point where I need to be because I have spent time dealing with everyone else's issues and I feel good about it, but then I'm depleted. So I'm home. I may not get any money about it. I may not get any money out of it. I may not get any pleasure out of helping them other than I help, but they give me a thank you at the end. I appreciate you. Yeah, I just spent 7 hours driving you around.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lord.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. I just spent 7 hours.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's real. That's real. That is so
Mhm.
real. So look,
So
Andre, I do because I know you got a few things coming up. I got one more question, and then we can share with the viewers what you got coming up and how
right.
they can contact you if they want to be a part of the things that you got going on. But my last question to you is, how can men integrate emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being into their identity?
Yeah, because that it takes all three to be a balanced person. So
Mhm.
you have to set a schedule. You have to prioritize your spiritual, prioritize your physical, prioritize your mental. You have to set times. You have to start in the morning, even first thing. That's a nice spiritual and mental kind of way to navigate your day by meditating, praying, and decompressing, breathing. Those things are something that will set you in a particular situation that will be more proactive and productive throughout the day as you release some stress and pressure and gain an understanding of your purpose for the day. So that's why you're connecting spiritually. What are you supposed to do? Because you want to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, not missing the mark. We kind of get in trouble because we may not do what we're supposed to do, and we may do what we shouldn't have did. We may do something that's delayed that we should have done before, but just throwing off what we should be doing right now. So we actually have to sit down and understand that there is a lot in there to balance us. Our capacity can handle it if we put it the right way. It's only when we are off sync and that we get that dissonance. That's why it's important to have all three, that spiritual, emotional, mental, physical is something that needs to be embedded in your day-to-day interactions so that you will have that harmonious time in the day. If you don't, you're stuck.
So, Andre, I'm excited. I want you to tell the viewers what's going on because I know I see something, the brotherhood, the doing something, the barber and the beauty shop talk, and work and witness. So, kind of let's talk about the upcoming things you have, and then finally tell people how they can get in contact with you.
All right. So we have, first of all, next Saturday at Mount Charity Baptist Church, we partnered together. It has been 1 year since my first Brotherhood Breakfast meetup. So we are going to meet together at our charity at 3232 Joy Road, 9 a.m. And we're going to have breakfast. We're going to be talking about these same types of things, looking at how to navigate this silent storm. How do we kind of get through that? Then on Sunday evening, I'm going to do a virtual talk, whereas the barbershop and beauty shop talk that came out of the Manifest Men's Mental Health Conference, because I did have women involved. So it's just male focused. But we had a big response to that. So I'm doing it virtually. I've been doing it about every 6 weeks or so, where we're talking about various topics. And this time we're going to talk about basically how do you kind of be there and support for your partner and yourself while you're healing and still showing up in a positive way, even if you're hurt. So those are things that, and I'm talking hurt from past, like ACEs or past relationships, but you're doing the work, you're healing, but you get triggered. So how do we positively keep a healthy relationship going and all balancing it all? So we're going to get into some stuff. We have a great time, and I can be reached at a change Detroit.org, which is the nonprofit for affecting change in the mental health conferences. And then we have affecting change, the therapy part, which I can be reached at affecting-change.com for the therapy business. Now, I'm available. We got therapists on the road ready for you.
Listen.
On the road again. What's that song? On the road again. Help me out. What's the word?
Yeah. On the road again.
Okay.
That's it. So
You're supposed
Andre,
to tune in with me.
I ain't singing today. I can't wait for us to get together. This has been a good segment. I pray that all the listeners were able to gather some information to learn a little bit more about men.
Next time in the studio.
Next time
I'm in the studio. Let's go.
You're in the studio. So again, everybody, this is Andre Charlie. You can find him at affectingchange.org, and you can catch him on social media too. See you later, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, see you later. Peace. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Getting into the favorite part of the segment here, segment of the show, current events of what's going on. So, hey, today, oh, no, it's not today, but Pontiac Universal Crime Thanksgiving Community Center is having Thursday 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. November 27th.
Which is Thanksgiving Day.
Right. Thank you. Location Pontiac Library is between Woodward and West Pike. They're in need of volunteers, donation, and sponsors. And any additional information, contact Raheem Harris, 248-825-5984. 248-825-5984.
Street Numbers. Y'all, I'm so excited about this. So Humble Folks present Street Numbers series premiere. This is happening on Sunday, December 7, 2025 at 5 p.m. The cost is $35 for advance tickets. All ages are welcome. This is happening at MJR at 100 East Maple Road in Troy, Michigan. And you can contact them at www.humblefolksproductions.com, or you can scan this QR code so you can be in the number.
The next one is happening today. Again, this is the second Saturday in a row. E-commerce outreach services is having Wash on Us, which is today. Join them for a free community laundry day. Families are welcome to come out, wash on us, and connect with e-community outreach services for resources and support. This is sponsored by Councilwoman Melina Jones. Location is R7 Laundry, 369 Seashore E. Chavez, Pontiac, Michigan, 48342. Time 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get your laundry ready. Get ready to go. Get your soap. Go. Start now. Be there from 10 to 2. Get all your dirty clothes washed.
All right, y'all. So this comedy extravaganza is hosted by Terry Hodges. This is happening on Friday, November the 28th, 2025 at 8 p.m. at the Crowford, which is located at 1 South Saginaw Street in Pontiac, Michigan, 48342. You can get advance tickets, which are $40, or you can pay $45 at the door. Tickets can be purchased at www.thecrowford.com or scan this QR code. So you want to make sure you're in the building. Again, this is hosted by Terry Hodges. It's featuring Reggie Ballard, which is Bro Man from the fifth floor. Daryl Earl, who is Detroit's own, and backed by popular demand, Shawnee D, and funny lady Simply Chanel.
Super sad. This is the Queen's event. So we are having Keys to Confidence car buying seminar powered by Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. And in the building that day will be Brenda Carter, State Representative, and Angela Powell, our Oakland County Commissioner. Keys to Confidence is Saturday, I almost said August. December 13th, 2025, we'll be talking about personal credit, business credit, insurance, finance. Time is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We will be giving away gifts. And then also we'll have a light lunch. Scan the QR code to register. That's all I got.
All right, y'all. So it's been great. I had a great show today. Share. And we look forward to seeing you all on next Saturday.
Yes, yes.